Welcome back to another live session. Welcome back to PPI trading for Thursday NY session live. Pretty exciting live session here. As coming up, very high impact news. We would like to trade this one successfully in this session. Let's begin another trading day. Looking at here on this market here, Thursday 14th of August 2025. Coming up, three very high impact news: core PPI, and unemployment claims. So these are some of the important news that coming up in this session here. Now, like looking at here on Xauusd as well as on dollar yen. Dollar yen, we have seen some move that early. We are on a trade and we might be able to find further entry opportunity on dollar yen, as with that dollar yen as well as also the USD pairs, as DXY currently is trending bearish. We could see that DXY is expected closed as a bearish engulfer, and we could see that DXY potentially to come back further below here in this market. So looking at here on DXY, we can see that in this market we could see couple of instruments currently showing trading opportunity. British pound, US dollar, euro dollar showing pretty stronger entry opportunity in this market. Currently Gbpusd showing bullish market structure here. Xauusd as well showing that there is a trend here in this market. There is a 15 minutes pin bar on British pound, US dollar, 5 minutes bearish engulfer as well. On gold, looking at the 4-hour chart, we see there is a weak fill in this market. Quite a few instruments currently showing trading opportunity. As coming up in 20 minutes, there's PPI, and that PPI giving us that possible trading opportunity in this market. So that being said, we will be looking at, first of all, on Xauusd. I'm going to do a complete multi-time frame analysis before we look for any entry. I hope that this live session is going well. The audio is properly being broadcasted. Before I do the full analysis, before we look for a trade setup, guys, PPI trade and very important trade, make sure you do proper risk management. We will be looking for the best area to enter. Now before the entry, I'm going to do a full multi-time frame analysis from the higher time frame to the lower time frame, as we do on every session. Especially this session is important because Thursday PPI day, almost nearly second half of the week. Are you guys ready for this PPI news? What's your thought on that? Share your thought and opinion in the live chat. So do you have a very informed trading decision here? What is your opinion on PPI? I'm posting a poll here. What is your opinion on upcoming PPI? Xauusd bearish or Xauusd bullish? So this is what we can expect here. What do you think? I have posted a poll, guys. If you cast a vote, it will be easy to understand how the market is potentially be doing here. So let's first of all begin in this instrument on gold to see where the market is heading, looking at the monthly chart to see overall picture in this market. So looking at monthly on gold, we can see that dollar yen, yep, we are on a trade on dollar yen, and it may potentially be moving in our favor. We will be re-entering again as soon as we find entry. I'll keep eye on with the next window on dollar yen. Would like to enter dollar yen second trade. We are already running one, so I'll keep on the watch list as well to see where the market is heading. Looking at here on gold, there is a 15 minutes pin bar formation on gold, and let's see on the lower time frame how the market is potentially evolving here is looking at, first of all, bigger picture, looking at the daily chart on gold. Now gold daily price action showing today is still the candle not closed, but what we can see that this market from the daily has formed a long wick candle on both direction. And with this long wick candle on both direction on gold, what we can see that in this market, the price is here in that level where there is a previous resistance turn support, previous support turn resistance in that area on gold. And that being said, here what we are seeing in this market, the price from the daily, guys, you can see that there is a bullish breakout followed by bearish breakdown in both direction. The market has moved. Now what happened here on the daily? This is the daily move here on gold, which is pretty sharp drop followed by two daily long wick candles. There is one here and there is one here, back to back, two important daily candlestick pattern, almost three. Now how the candlestick pattern has formed on the daily time frame, if you look at here, you can see that three daily long wick candles. These three daily long wick candles are quite important because those daily price action is showing possible next move in the market. As we can see, the market is rejecting from the top. That means after this drop there is a correction, and with this correction the market has tested the important previous support and resistance, and we see that there is a rejection. And with that rejection, lower time frame price action, we could see now potential entry for the next trade entry. Now what we can see here on the daily, if you closely look at this daily price action, slowly building its pressure back below from this high, and we can relate it to an impulse correction, another impulse. That means potentially the market drop, pull back, and another drop that we can expect in this market. So with that being said, if we look at the lower time frame here, again 15-minute chart, there's a pin bar, and with this pin bar, what we can see here, the market slowly breaking back below here in that level, and slowly after the previous session's pin bar, it's slowly building that pressure back below. You can see this is the 5-minute chart on gold and 4-hour price action. Again, I'm looking at the 4-hour again as there is a news coming. So this session's high is here. This is the session's high, and also this is the session's open and close in this market. So these two lines are quite important because these are the levels that we would like to see with the spike potentially coming up in the next news. With this spike, the market to possibly drop back down here, and that is what we're waiting to see the market to show us potential entry opportunity in this market. Here is the key level. Here is an important price action confirmation that we are looking at in this market. That being said, guys, this is a very important price action, as I mentioned, as intraday time frame. When we are coinciding with the daily price action, we can see that this market slowly trying to fill that long wick at the bottom on the lower time frame. As news is coming in a couple of minutes, if you look at the 1 hour, we can see that there is a rejection creating a couple of series of lower high in this time frame. As on the 15 minutes, now looking at for an entry on the 5-minute chart, that would like to see current resistance is here. This is the current resistance line, you can see. And if the spike take the price back to the upside, this is where we will be looking for possible entry. This is the current session's high on the 30 minutes time frame, and the 5 minutes level is 3358.38. and if we look at the ATR of this on the 5 minutes, the ATR is 22 pip. So any entry that we might be looking for on the 5 minutes, if the price reach that resistance line, we will be looking for 36 to 37 pip stop loss if we enter from this zone here. And looking at the 30 minutes resistance is here. Now we see the market, the 10 and 20 EMA crossed over from each other, bearish from the 5 minutes as well. We see there is a crossed over from bearish. Therefore, any move in this market to this level is a potential selling opportunity in this market. So spike, if the price goes up with the spike to this key level, we will be looking for selling in this market. Looking at 5 minutes again, we might see that spike back to the upside here, and as I mentioned earlier, that the market is showing bearish pattern from this high. Would like to see that the price is showing that price action confirmation. Looking at 5 minutes to see if the market is going back up to hit that level, and there is a bullish move consolidation, we may see the market to go ahead and hit this 30 minutes resistance line in that area. That will be nearly to 2.5 ATR move on the 5 minutes if the price directly goes to hit that level on the 30 minutes time frame. And as you can see, the price is trying to build up that pressure back to the upside here, though it is showing bearish move. Therefore, in this area, I'm going to place a pending order. That means it will be a sell limit order at this edge in this market, and with a 35 to 37 pip stop loss, 36 pip stop loss here. It will be a sell limit. So therefore, if the market goes there in that level, we will be selling this. Now we will be waiting for the news. We are just preparing for the entry, but as the news is coming, first let the news to be published, and after the news, if we see the market is still moving back to the upside, we will be selling from that level. This is the plan for the news, but before the news we need to wait for the price to settle down, as there might be spike and we don't want to trade with that volatility. Now the entry for us to look for here is at 3358 level, as this level is where there is an important resistance line. We need to wait for one more 5 minutes candle to close to show the market has done the spike so that we can enter. Now this is a sell limit, but not yet. So we'll be placing the sell limit in that level. Now why did I place potential entry in this area? Let's look at that here, guys. This is what I was talking about all the time. Understanding the market structure, understanding the level, the area where you will be looking for trading opportunity. Not all levels is suitable for an entry. In this level 3358.15, I still did not place any entry because of the news. If there was a news, we would be looking at. In addition, also dollar yen, we are running a trade. Dollar yen is showing that commitment to drop back below. I will be also discussing dollar yen trade that I have shown posted early, and dollar yen in fact showing the downtrending move, and it may continue to drop. The trade, the market shows a lot of opportunity. The only thing that we need to make sure is that we are trading based on strategy, based on trend in the major direction. Now, looking at on this one here on Xauusd along with the dollar yen, also coming up in 4 minutes time. Now, if you look at 4 hour and the 1 hour price action here as well, along with the 4 hour, this is where the previous session has formed a long wick doji, where the market has created series of lower high in this market. And as the market formed that series of lower high on Xauusd, where we can see the market in this area, there is a high liquidity zone. We see there is a move back to the upside here, and where we could see the market to retest and then to reject back again in that direction here to create a new lower low. That being said, waiting for the market to show up, as we have 2 minutes to go for the news, for the price to show up, and with that showing up, the price to hit that level and then to reject back again in the major direction. Looking at the 1 hour and the lower time frame, we look at the 15 minutes and also the 30 minutes price action. 30 minutes, this is a bearish engulfer. Now this 30 minutes candle is closing with the news coming up. That's an important price action. And that move that you can see here is started to drop back below here. And once the market made its spike back to the upside, we can look for entry here in this market. One more minute to go for this price to show up, and we see that the spike is coming in just few seconds. Where core PPI and unemployment claims are important zone that you can see dollar news, and here's the market structure showing that massive breakdown below, and it didn't move back to the upside, so we didn't enter here. But as the news drop here, we will be waiting for the market to show up that level. Now there is a 30 minutes bearish engulfer here. With that price action from the 1 hour, we can see the market has crossed this narrow doji here, And with this narrow doji, we can see the market has crossed that high, grab the liquidity, and then potentially rejecting back below in this market. This is where, from the bigger picture, as you can see, this is the 1 hour price action, and the market just crossed these two important doji from the 1 hour and completely has crossed that back below. This is the half of this 1 hour price action. Now at the moment, what is our new level? As the news has come out, we see the price has shown a directional bias here, right? We see the market has shown a directional bias in this area. This is a 30 minutes resistance line in that area here that you can see. And in that 30 minutes level, what we can see in this zone here, this is the lower time frame price action, and any break above from the 5 minutes that you can see the price is pushing back again to the upside. 1 minute also moving back again to the resistance line, which is the 15 minutes resistance line here. And that drop, if the price is going back here to 3352, we can readjust our pending order. Now as the news has been published, we can expect now a potential move in this market. So this level that we have drawn is an important resistance line on the lower time frame, and 3352.60 3352.60 from this level to this here, to this 60 pip stop loss we can put in that area for the market to potentially drop down here in this zone. So that being said, we will be placing a sell limit here for this potential move back below, keeping stop loss above all this high. If the price goes here for another retest, we will be on the trade. If not, we can readjust our entry at any point in time whenever it appears. Now you can see the market in this area here on gold started to trend back down here with a stronger movement, expecting the price to drop further below. So that being said, here we are placing a sell stop in that area. Sell stop on Xauusd 3352.57. Stop loss at 3358.66, 3358.66, and TP target at 3334.04. So this is the pending order that I am placing here at the moment for Xauusd for this potential drop back below, to see how the market is evolving in that area. Sell stop at 3352.57. Stop loss at 3358.66, and TP target at 3334.04. So we're placing a sell stop in that area. If the market goes up for a retest, we will be in that entry opportunity in this market. If the market goes up here for another retest, as the 5 minutes candle close, there is a crossover of 10 and 20 EMA, we will be on the trade. So it's a sell stop with here stop loss above this high. Now the ATR most likely has increased. We can move a little bit if needed our stop loss, but at the moment the market is moving here to that potential entry. 3352.57 is the potential sell and sell stop here in this market. Now place the sell stop in that area. Looking at for the stop loss, if we look at the 8 stop loss here for in terms of ATR, that you can see the ATR here is 29.30 pip, so we can put 45 pip stop loss or that little higher. So we place here to 64 pip stop loss here in this market. This is sell stop on this level at 3352.57. The market might goes and hit that level. So nearly to 280 stop loss here. So it's nearly to approaching that resistance line on Xauusd on the lower time frame. If the price goes here, we will be on the trade. So the price nearly reached that resistance line. We place the entry very high. Now to look at if this is okay or the price is dropping down without taking us, we'll be looking to see. I think possibility for going up is higher, but in case the market is not taking us the trade, we might see that rejection below here. And with this doji, okay, so here as we can see the market is pushing back to the upside here for this touch here to this level, and if the market is going back to that level, we will be entering into the trade, and that's why we're waiting to see that the price to go ahead and hit that level to create a new lower low. 30 minutes price action is still showing a potential break. There is a 30 minutes bearish engulfer here, and I'm still expecting the market to go ahead and retest. We still didn't enter any sell here. Because of that reason here, the market has left an imbalance in that area. Is the market slowly trying to build up that pressure back to the upside here? We see there is a consolidation pattern, guys, in that area, and our entry is here. So if the market is breaking that high, we will be on the trade. The key here is to wait for the market to show a high probability trade setup, and once it shows that high probability trade setup, we are on the trade to understand it, how to find those trading opportunity in the market when it arises. And I hope that you're enjoying the live session. Make sure, guys, you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Here is the market is on a narrow consolidation, and that narrow consolidation, waiting for the price to go ahead and hit that level, touch that, and then to return back below again to the support level. We see that move back to the upside to this level. It's trying to push back here, and that is where the market is hitting that level, and potentially to retest and then to return back again to the downside. We have placed our pending order in that area, and we're waiting for the price to test that level and then to return. So the pending order is there. We might get a trigger very soon. With one more bounce back to the upside, we will be able to see the market has triggered that level. And as the 30 minutes price action here is one single bounce back to the upside from the 30 minutes. Okay, so you got an entry. My trade is active on gold, and that's where the price has reached that 30 minutes level. All right, cool. So the trade is active on the 30 minutes price action, and now expecting it to revert back below to the support level. So we are on the trade on gold. We are trade on the gold and running in for potential direction here, downside, and you can see the price here in that area. It's an important price action, and waiting for the price to reject back again to the direction of the trend. So here is the 1 hour price action is almost there to that level, and what you can see that the market tested the 20 EMA, and then it's on the key level. On the key level, there is a very long pin bar on the 15 minutes chart. This is a new spin bar. From the 1 hour, if we look at, it's almost to pretty long 1 hour doji. Now, this candle, our goal here is to look for the market to show possible entry back below here, and as the market can do anything, our goal here is to do the risk management, which is very important to look at when you are looking at this kind of trade. Now 5 minutes price action, we can see that rejection back below from this level. Now this rejection could be a potential trend continuation back to the upside, or we could see the market to return back again to the support level. From the 4 hour, we can see that there is a huge long wick candle. We can see the price again move back to that 4 hour level, and that's where 1 hour price action that we can see a doji. It crossed that high, and 5 minutes price action also crossed a key level of resistance here. This is the 30 minutes resistance as well on the lower time frame, which is also the 5 minutes resistance. And this is a new candle, expecting to reject back again with a very tight stop loss that we have open position here on gold. On the 5 minutes, it's on a key level of resistance, expecting to get a rejection back below. If we look at the 1 minute here, we can see that move on the 1 minute. It's now slowly trying to push back below. Once the price managed to break below here, below this level, we can look for managing the trade accordingly. So this level is important, 3347. If the price move back below 3347, manage to drop back below here, we'll see that almost 57 pip gain. If the market drop here, then we will be taking the majority of the profit, and we can move the stop loss at entry for running the rest of the trade for this full TP target. But at the moment, we see the market in a very important level. We'd like to see that it's getting that rejection. If it is getting the rejection, that means there is a possibility for a trend continuation back below here in this market. There's a move that we can see, and that is currently heading back below here from this key level, expecting it to come back here to continue to drop to that level. We see some downtrending move occurring. And from the downtrending move, we see the price is coming back below here. Potentially, if it breaks below here, we'll be looking to see the market is trending back down to this key level. Are you guys with me? So you're on the trade and wanting to see that it's trending back. If it trend back below here, that's gonna be moving back to this another important support level. This is the power of having a strategy. Now we can see the market started to move back below as we expected in that direction of our trend, and would like to see that it's coming down, passing that 3347 level. So that will give us 56 p potential entry or the TP hit in that market. And now you see there is a, if you look at, this is 5 minutes pin bar. It's been closed with a stronger liquidity gap from this key level of resistance line, which potentially giving the market to drop back below here further downside or to bounce back again. But for me, it's still possibility for dropping down here as it gained that enough momentum to the upside. So we are on the trade, and you guys, I hope that you guys also on the trade. Then this is where the market is in fact this move that we can see, if it's a fake move to the upside, we should see the market again breaking back below to any of this key level here, and would like to see this market again returning back down to this support level. So you can see the market is showing that pattern here in that area. Right, 5 minutes price action, pretty sharp rejection so far. That could lead that market to trend down below here for another drop. We see that bearish price action and expecting it to come back here to this support level. We are running the trade. We're running the trade for this potential drop back below in this market. Here's the move. The market has crossed that high, expecting to trend down here, breaking that low, coming down further below here. Getting that rejection here. Here is the market that's showing doji formation in that area. Now this consolidation is important because we would like to see that this is breaking below. If it breaks below, you could see the market to trend down in that direction here. Hope that guys are enjoying the live session. Make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. So it's forming a doji on the 5 minutes that's showing bearish rejection from the top. So that could lead the price back below here in that area to this support level. Welcome. What's the logic behind to go short? Welcome. So I think it's going to go up. I'm long. So the logic behind that is, it's my best strategy that I trade the market based on lower time frame and the higher time frame. But first let the trade come back below further as expected to fulfill our expectation to see the market is in fact going, and we also will complete the learning part here, which is very important, that as a trader we focus on learning rather than taking a trade, because you know it can be either way. Okay, anytime you could see that in fact a trade may not go in your favor or may go in your favor, but the key here is to stay on the edge, stay having a better edge in the market that can give you a better probability of winning. Keeping a high win rate will help you to understand that in what situation you should be taking risk and what situation you shouldn't be taking the risk. That's what you can understand from this. And lower time frame price action, you can see it's showing that pattern here on say USD. This is a bearish market and which is showing that bear continuation. We are on the trade expecting to come back below here to fill that zone here to create a new lower low in this market. So you can see the 15 minutes bearish engulfer formation here in this market. So this is the 1 minute, also a long doji. From the 30 minutes that you can see also a doji formation Here's the move. The market is showing that bearish potential continuation back below here, and the 1 minute price action also showing possible downtrend. They're expecting it to break below in this direction to create a new lower low in this market. We are looking to see that the market is trending. Are you guys with me? So here, as you can see, the market is in fact trending, and the logic behind the trade is combination of the lower time frame with the higher time frame. Always keep in mind that, guys, trading is fusing the multi-time frame approach with the trend. Trend is very important because when you are trading, you must look for the trend to trade in the major direction of the trend. That is the secret of becoming a better trader. Are you guys enjoying the trade? If you're enjoying, make sure you like this stream, make it to nearly to the view, and also don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Stay connected by joining the Telegram. Here you will be learning my best trading strategy that I am trading every day, and along with also learning the best strategy along with profitable trading opportunity almost every day, because trading is freedom, right? Trading is freedom. This is what I love to do and I teach to do, and I love to connect with the members who are really passionate about trading, because you want to trade for living and you want to trade for becoming free, to gain freedom as a trader. This is our main goal as a trader, is to gain freedom. And being a trader means you go to that zone where there is a freedom. Now here is trying to push back here. We don't want to lose those peep. That's the way to see if it is still breaking below or it's trying to bounce back up here. This is the 15 minutes price action where it's forming potential doji, and come on. So that's one more doji on the 1 minute. So trying to push back again from this level, and like to see that it's maintaining that downtrend. The 15 minutes candle closing, and that 15 minutes candle would like to see it's closing as a bearish engulfer, so that the next one to come back below here. And there's 1 minute, another one coming as a doji. So that doji is potentially bearish or bullish, trying to push back to the upside here. There's a 5 minutes close as well. And I'm going to exit this trade at the moment with the running profit, which is running good profit, and I'm going to exit this trade at the moment with the running profit, as it's rejecting back to the downside. Still on it. Would like to take the last moment pips for this move, and that's a pretty good move that we can see on gold. And I'm going to exit very soon with the running profit. I'm out with the trade with the running profit, as the market is at the moment in a zone where we can take which is a pretty sharp bearish move. The market has printed few more bearish engulfer here, and I am out with the 40 pp running profit. It may continue to drop here. We can look for further entry opportunity here as soon as we see that the market has shown that pattern. The key here is to look for that high probability trade so that we can keep winning over time. Well, as the market is doing, and still showing that pattern in that area, we might see now some deeper pullback that you can see the market is trying to push back again to the upside, and the candle close from the 1 hour and the 4 hour. 1 hour candle closed as a bearish long wick candle, and that long wick candle here we can see the price is showing that pattern here in that area. And now here is the bearish on the 15 minutes, bearish pin bar, bearish engulfer. Cross the doji, it has crossed back below, and with this price action that you can see on gold, it's currently potentially coming back below, and we see that pushing to the upside here is where there is a 10 and 20 MA. And as the market is trying to push back, it's a sharp rejection from the top. Now 4 hour price action, if you guys look at it, you can see that it's a very long weak rejection here on the 4 hour, and we could see that this market again to potentially break below, because if you look at the 1 hour price action, currently it's in another area of value, where this is where the previous area of value, and in that area of value you can see the market is slowly building that pressure back to the upside here with potential another momentum. And if the price going to hit that level to that area of value, which is the 4 hour resistance, we may be able to see the market to trend back down again for another move in this market. So this is what we're looking to see, that the price to show up here with another move. As you can see, the market is showing that pattern, and I believe that you guys enjoying the live session. Make sure you give a thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel, press the notification bell so that you are not missing any of the content that I'm posting every day. And with the multiple time frame analysis and multiple liquidity graph, we can see the market is showing possible further rejection here. This is the trend line here. This is the trend line, and where you can see the market is approaching that key level, and at the moment it's pushing back again to that key resistance line, and from that key resistance expecting that the market to trend down here to the support level to create a new lower low. We can see the market is in a very important resistance line, as if we look at the 4 hour here, this is the 4 hour price action where the market is again pushing back to that zone, where also the daily resistance line. It's a falling market, and in that falling market, any price action pattern showing up is an important area that we can look for that selling in this market. I believe that guys, you're enjoying the live session. We can see that the market again preparing for a potential further breakdown here in the intraday time frame. Anytime the price is showing up here, we will be entering into the trade. I hope that you are enjoying the live session and also enjoyed today's session as well, as we have traded the PPI successfully. As I mentioned, quality is more important than quantity. We have to look for the best trade always in the market. That's where we are at, and we had 2 sessions early, one as well. There's another one here, and tomorrow is last day of trading, and also Friday, very important trading day. I would like to see you there, guys. Today's session will be a little shorter here, as we see the market is showing us possible further entry later. Do you want me to extend for one more trade? Let me know in the live chat. You want to look for another trade? Target is 3. May I know your name? Okay, thank you. What's TP? Gold has potential to drop towards 3338. This is where we see the bearish move. Yeah, welcome. 4 hour rejection. Yes, thank you. Looking for more trading opportunity here, and we can see it's getting that rejection back below here. 2 week fill in that area. Still hit those lines, and we have successfully closed that trade is 40 pip, nearly 2, and it's still in a downtrend, still in a bearish move. Would like to see that from that zone potentially getting back below. So if you look at the 1 hour chart, it's trying to push back. Let's look at again for the next trade how we can get that. We want to do the 15 minutes or on the 1 minute. Lower time frame, we can see there is a potential for further move here. That is where you can see the market is in that area. This is resistance, expecting it to come back down here to fill that zone here to create a new lower low. waiting on possible entry again. We'll be looking for further entry opportunity. We'll be extending this session 1 more hour for another entry. I'll take a short break. Coming back to you guys. Make sure you like the stream and also subscribe to the channel. Let's wait for the next entry possible in the market. So we are waiting for that potential entry. As we can see on the lower time frame from the 1 hour, we have seen a bearish engulfer closed with a long wick on both direction. From the 1 hour, we can see the price has created this current 1 hour candle, and what I think the price may range in between this support and resistance, and we can expect for the market to show us further entry opportunity with the next candle close. Let's try to catch some peep here more for each trade. As if we look at the 4-hour here, we can see the market from the 4-hour chart, the price has tested this high and also tested this low. And this 4-hour candle, highly likely we could see that we fill in that direction with the next few candles close on the lower time frame, especially on the 15 minutes. You can see the market here got that rejection. Currently it's trying to push back here again for another bounce. As we have closed our first trade, we'll be waiting for further entry opportunity in this market. All right, back on track here. We can see the market is filling that gap again with another rejection from the high. And if you look at the 30 minutes here, it's pretty sharply bearish at the moment. Now you can see the price from the 4-hour as well. Again, it has come back to that support level, and we may see that potential further trend continuation here in this lower time frame. And the previous session's low here is here, and the market created this overextension. We could see now possible pullback here, and that pullback can give the price to drop again, potentially back below. So if you look at the 15 minutes candlestick pattern, that you can see also sharp bearish engulfer. There is still probability for another bounce back to the upside for further retest of this high, as the previous 1 hour is a bearish engulfer with a long wick at the bottom, and this 1 hour as well also you can see that showing bearish pattern after retesting this high. Here is the move that you can see on gold, and that move potentially to go back again for another test of this level here on Xauusd. There's the move that you can see on gold, and that move what you can see from the 15 minutes perspective, a bearish drop here to this support level. 30 minutes as well, a bearish drop. 1 hour price action also getting the rejection back below from the 4 hour. Also you can see the market is trending here to this support level to create a new lower low in this market. Is the move that you can see on gold, and with this drop here expecting to bounce back here to this key level to create a new lower low in this market. Here is the 15 minutes price action with a long bearish engulfer on the 30 minutes, that you can see that the market also dropping back below here. Here's the lower time frame price action that you can see the market is slowly trying to push back here. And that being said, we could see the price again to retest here this high. For us, for another entry, we'd like to see before this 1 hour close the price again pushing back to that resistance here, potentially break that high and then to return back again. We can look for further entry once we see the price again retesting that level on the lower time frame. Pretty volatile market at the moment, and you can see the market is in fact in a trend, and approaching that level here. There's the move here on the lower time frame from the 5 minutes, pretty long doji here. And with this move here, expecting the market to trend back down here to the key level. And expecting the market to trend again to that area where there is a high liquidity. We'll be waiting for further entry opportunity as soon as we see the price action confirms here for possible another move back below. Here's the move here, and if the market is going back here again for another retest from the 30 minutes that you can see, we see there is a series of lower high here, and the possibility for this market again to break that low before this 4 hour close is very high. And that's being said, 15 minutes price action also, we see that there is a long wick candle is being formed here, and if we see that back to back 250 minutes rejection here, we could see the market with the 4 hour close for the price to remain bearish here to the downside to create a new lower low. That's a downtrend here, and 1 hour chart here that we can see as well, the market is trending back below in that area. We can look at 1 minute and the 15 minutes to see how the market is evolving here in that area. And the 5 minutes along with the 30 minutes price action. This is a downtrend here, and if these 30 minutes going back up to this 3355 level, the price we can look for, if this is going back to that level with one single move, we can look for again potential selling opportunity if it is one bounce back to the upside here in this market. So we're looking to see one continuous move to that key level that we might see. We have still quite a few candlestick pattern to form before the 4-hour close, and that's why we're looking to see that the market to drop back below here. Create the move back to the upside, and again, as I mentioned, if this price going back to this key level again, we can look for another entry from that 3355.50 level. We need to see a complete break back to the upside again before the 4-hour close, where we can look for further entry opportunity. It's a bear market at the moment, and we see the market is moving back here for a pullback. Here's the move. On the 5-minute chart, you can see that the candle closed with the 30 minutes. We could see the market to potentially bounce here for another move. And from the 5 minutes, now as I mentioned earlier, it can continue to trend back below, or it can bounce back again for another move. And if it is bounce back another move with another potential break to the upside, we can look for entry if the price goes with the single move back to the upside to hit that level. Now the market is trying to push back here in the 5 minutes, as we mentioned earlier, and with the 4-hour close, it may go back here for another retest. So if it is the 5 minutes, we'll see here the 30 minutes resistance line. Here's the price action, and with this move expecting it to break above this level here. With this move expecting the market to trend back to the resistance line, test that level, and then to return back again to this support level. As the 5 minutes, we can see that there is a bullish pin bar here, which is dodgy, and that move potentially going back to that key level here. If you look at the 30 minutes also, you can see that potentially bounce. And that bounce, if the price, if you look at the 5 minutes here, showing a bearish move, and we are seeing that 15 minutes candle close coming, but I think that there is a possibility for another rejection back to the upside. Just trying to fill that zone here, and okay, so here is the 50 minutes. Again, you can see it's pushing back again before the 4-hour close. We might see another retest in that area, and that retest here is the level where there is a 10 and 20 EMA. Lower time frame price action, grab the liquidity expecting it to trend back down here. There is a series of higher low. Would like to see the market is going back here to this level. Candle close on the 30 minutes as well. See the 4-hour price, we may see the market to bounce back here to that level where there is a liquidity, and with the liquidity expecting for the market to continue to trend here. This is a from this support we see the price trying to pull back again. This is a very, we see that quite a few long week rejection from the top, giving that market to possibly drop again. Looking at the daily here, that we can see there is a very important clue that you can look at. There is a long rejection from the top, and today's price that if you look at here is in these 3 days the highest volatility so far. Is still quite a few hours to go for the daily candle to close, and as this market forming bearish move and the market already has shown its downside here. The possibility to drop further below is still higher, and 4-hour close that can open that door for another move back below. But before the 4-hour close in this 13 minutes, if we see the market is going for another pullback to the upside, that's gonna be a better price action that you can look for sell entry in this market. Because it's a falling market, we will only be looking to sell in this market. Okay, here if you look at the 30 minutes price action here from this zone, getting that rejection again back below. Current session's high. Might move back here for a short period of time, and there's a 15 minutes resistance here, and that could be an important area, 3348, that we might be able to find possible potential sell entry here. Let's wait to see. Right, so the market is trying to push back here. How many ATR in that area? From the 1 minute we can see that 20 pip is 1 ATR here, which is going back to more than 2 ATR here. So here I'm going to place a sell limit for this potential drop with this here. Currently we'll be placing 30 pip stop loss. It might not bounce back here, as we see there is a rejection again in this lower time frame, though we see there is a 1 minute candle is still not closed. The market goes here in this move, though you see there is a rejection again. We may not see that push back up. If it was going back up here on the 1 minute, we could look for sell entry with this from that level. If this candle closing 1 minute, you can see it's the right candle. That means it didn't move back there. If it was moving, I would have been looking to sell in this market. So that being said, it didn't move that, and 4-hour candle close coming here with quite a few long bearish price action in that area. 30 minutes also showing that there is a bearish price action. 15 minutes pretty sharp bearish move, and currently the market is potentially to go back up for another liquidity grab. And as coming up 4-hour candle close, we might see after the candle close the market sentiment could change. we'll be still looking for trading opportunity as in the upcoming session, expecting increased volatility again. As tomorrow coming up, another high impact news, preliminary UOM consumer sentiment, and also that's previously there will be core retail sales and retail sales also we will be covering in this live session. And I invite you, all of you guys, to trade with me here to learn and also to grow as a trader together. Tomorrow twice in London session as well as in NY session. Another great session, and I would like to see you guys to trade again. Make sure you give a thumbs up always, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. That being said, I'll see you again. Until that, stay well, stay happy. We'll talk to you soon.